Bam! Alright guys, we're going to do some car streaming here, some mood lighting, but I was just talking to a client earlier today. I'm so excited because I think I'm puzzle piecing together this whole leaky gut problem. It's not just because it's hard to visualize, like where is it and how does that transform into histamine and inflammation and malnutrition and you're not absorbing your nutrients. Well, we need to be able to break down food to access the minerals and vitamins, and a lot of you guys have issues with that either via the gallbladder or the pancreas or the gut, the actual small intestinal wall where you are supposed to absorb your nutrients into the bloodstream. A lot of digestive enzymes are made in the small intestinal wall, the microvilli, also your pancreas, and in your stomach. And typically when you have big holes in the gut wall, you also have low stomach acid and, dare I say, gallbladder, or maybe even things going on or wrong with the pancreas, which is called pancreatitis, like maybe the precursor to pancreatitis, which looks a lot like gallbladder symptoms. But there's all different kinds of digestive enzymes, and no, do I think that you should run off and buy digestive enzymes to eat and swallow sublingual? No. I think we need to go and find out where you are lacking first before just grabbing stuff. For example, if you know that you have a gallbladder problem and not a pancreatic issue, then you can use ox bile, you can use taurine, glycine, lemon water. But what's really good for this whole biliary duct system is milk thistle for the liver, and I'm going to go more into that later, but right now I want to talk about digestive enzymes. So we've got protease and we've got lipase. These types of enzymes can be made in your small intestine as well as your pancreas. So a lot of the places you make digestive enzymes in your pancreas, you also make them in your small intestinal wall. And if you've been eating wheat and drinking alcohol and eating cheese and nuts and all these things that have a potential to be inflammatory, then of course you're not going to absorb your nutrients. Not only is your gut wall open, but as well as you're not producing these very important digestive enzymes. And it's all starting to puzzle piece together, right? The gallbladder, or it's not really the gallbladder, it might be the pancreas, and then you're having an issue making the enzymes to break down food in order to absorb them. So a lot of you have a difficulty making ketones because you just simply can't break down fats with lipase. It's really good to go and make sure that if you're having digestive issues, is it histamine? Is it leaky gut? Is it gallbladder? Is it pancreatic issues? If it's leaky gut, then definitely you're not going to be making a lot of important digestive enzymes for fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. Really, really important that we start looking at these things. Now the lighting's weird. If you guys are doing keto, carnivore, or low carb, high fat, knowing your status of your digestive system and if you're making enzymes is now becoming something very important that I'm starting to research. I thought I'd talk about it. I believe that diets like a ketogenic diet and a carnivore diet are really the best diets to try to get these organs to start making digestive enzymes again, right? Take the inflammation down. Pancreas is like good to go, glucagon, insulin, and the digestive enzymes. And then we've got the small intestinal wall that once that stops being so inflamed, it does begin to tighten up these gap junctions. We've got pepsin in the stomach, and if you can get hydrochloric acid to start to be produced again, you're going to get also pepsin to help break down things, and as well as amylase in the saliva. So people who've got electrolyte issues, chronically dehydrated, don't produce enough saliva in the salivary glands, that's where amylase is made, and that breaks down carbohydrates for those who are on low carb, high fat. Yes, I believe that these low carb diets are the best way to start fixing the digestive tract, but the application of them has to be done properly. When they're done improperly, then you don't get anywhere. Like, okay, I'm going to do carnivore and I've done it for too long and now I'm not producing diamine oxidase to take down the histamine. And if you're not taking down the histamine, how's the gut wall going to seal? It's not going to seal up. Or if you're not sleeping, if you're drinking a bunch of coffee, how are you going to get enough pepsin production when the stomach acids keep just going down, down, down with hypochlorhydria? All right. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. You can also go to my website, which is stephanieperson.com, to book a consultation. Join my course page where I go really more into deep dive, because there's maltose, right? Lactase, sorry. There is pepsin, trypsin, sucrose, things to break down proteins, things to break down fructose and sugars. Like, if you're not making these enzymes, how are you going to get into ketosis? How are you going to balance your blood sugar? You're not. Yes, my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person, as in the body business. And I do consultations, and I have my course page where I cover all 3 diets. And we have free content right here. If you want to learn more, you can stand here or go to these other places. But please comment below and tell me what you'd like me to talk more about. With years of experience working with thousands of people and not trying to feed you guys a bunch of poo-poo. And I'm out. Because I got some energy at almost 54 and counting. Peace. I've been solid in ketosis the whole time. And if you look at my old videos, I look fracked up. Because I wasn't doing it right. Because there wasn't a lot of information. But now there is right here. Peace, guys.